Look at that backdrop at America First Field, one of the best you'll find in MLS Next Pro. Tonight from America First Field, it's the Town FC visiting Real Monarchs, Sandy, Utah. Balmy night here in match week 26 as the Town looks to pull within a three-way tie for third place in the Western Conference, while Real Monarchs hopes to keep their slim playoff hopes alive at home tonight. Josh Appel with you. Thanks so much for spending part of your Sunday evening with me. The third and final meeting of the 2024 season between Real Monarchs and the Town. We mentioned those Western Conference standings. Here's how they look entering tonight's game. There you see the Town comfortably in a playoff position, 7 points above the cut line, but 3 points tonight on the road. They can pull within a three-way tie for third with LAFC and Ventura County. North Texas and St. Louis have already clinched a playoff berth. And there you see Real Monarchs, 7 points back of Houston, but they've got to jump 3 teams to get above that cut line. Let's get to the starting 11s for both sides. We'll start with Coach Lowry and Real Monarchs. Perusa and Anderson up top. Iskandarian, Kaliskan, Dillon, and Gozo in the midfield. Silva, Storley, Holt, and Orozco. That back four in front of the young goalkeeper, Will McKay. One late lineup change for Real Monarchs. Zach Farnsworth was supposed to be in at left back. Instead, it's Keller Storley, who was inserted due to an injury in pregame warmups. And for Dan DeGeer and the Town, the best defensive team in MLS Next Pro, Will Richmond, Lalo Blancas, Riley Lynch up top, Cruz Medina, Edwin Mendoza, Bo LaRue in the midfield, Eisner, Cano, Bilter, and Verhoeven in front of Jacob Jackson, who gets the start tonight for the Town. Time is winding down in the regular season. We're into the final month, just a handful of games to go. Real Monarchs playing on the first team field. Much more advantageous playing surface for them. For both sides, really. They need points. Not much margin for error, especially against a team like the Town, which has been the most stout team defensively in MLS Next Pro this season. They've only conceded 23 goals. The next closest is North Texas with 27. The Town 4-5-2 away from home. Real Monarchs 5-4-2 on their home field. Take a look at Real Monarchs' road record, 1-8-3. That's the reason why they are down where they are in the standings entering the final month. The Town, unbeaten in its last 4 matches, coming off of a 2-1 victory at Timbers 2. This is the second game of a 3-match road swing before 2 at home against St. Louis and LAFC, and then they close out the regular season at Austin on October the 6th. So a 2-1 win for the Town at Timbers 2. A win in PKs against Tacoma before a 2-0 win against Whitecaps. Plenty of clean sheets for this club this year. 8 of them. For Real Monarchs, they've certainly turned it around over the last month, generally speaking. They did fall in penalties to Minnesota United back on the 1st a week ago. A 3-0 defeat against Ventura, but before that, back-to-back wins over Tacoma and Colorado. As Arcani and Orozco, the goal scorers in the Minnesota game for Real Monarchs. Mark Lowry told me that he was pleased with the effort against Minnesota. Unfortunately for them, the way the game played out was unfortunate. And they went down a man about a half an hour and had to play the final hour of the match, which is 10 men. But he said, look, the group might have needed that kind of adversity. This one comes in on goal, flicked up into the air. Taken back by Real Monarchs. Get back to Mark Lowry's thoughts in a moment. Gozo working on Wilson Eisner, and then Mendoza cuts off Owen Anderson, and the Town is able to clear it. Well, Mark Lowry said, look, we were really able to showcase and highlight what you can achieve when things aren't going your way. Ugly stuff, grind it out. It's an area they've struggled with this season. He feels like they've been the better team in many of their matches this year, but haven't gotten the results. And from a development standpoint, he told me, a match like last week, despite only getting 1 point out of a possible 3, he played down a man for an hour. He was encouraged by what he saw from his group. And really it just ties into a theme of consistency throughout the month of August. A number of ties, including against Portland and the Town team. Those games he felt earlier on in the season would have been losses, and he feels that it showed the group has resolved and evolved collectively and individually. And it's unfortunate because this will go out for a corner, first of the night for Real Monarchs. He feels like if this team could have put together performances like they had in August earlier in the season, they could be in the playoffs by now, but again, growth theme, that's all part of it. And he's been able to see that tangible growth from his squad. Noel Caliscan goes short on the corner. Up top, this is Orozco. Scored last week. Into the 18, wanted to whip one in. Couldn't find a lane. Now it is crossed in towards the back post over everybody. Has to be chased down before it gets to the end line, but being able to get there was Eric Holt. For the Town tonight, no Aaron Edwards, dealing with a hip injury suffered in the last match. Dan DeGeer telling me could be a couple of weeks. Nothing too long term. Of course, they're bummed not to have a player like Edwards, who they run the majority of their system through. It feels like Riley Lynch has played well in his absence, taking on that role. Jacob Jackson, of course, mentioned him in goal. He's a first-teamer. Needs some minutes. His second straight match. And that first goal that he allowed in the last match against Timbers, too, the only goal. It was an awkward bounce. Outside of that, Dan DeGeer felt he played very well. And what essentially is a conditioning stint for him as he works his way back. Jackson getting a touch and sending it to the far side. And a whistle and a foul. Joe Sergin is our referee. James Ewer, assistant, along with Jason Guillen. And Rachel Sweat is our fourth official. Aiden Hazarkani, by the way, one of three that are out on international duty. Hazarkani had one of the goals in the last game for Real Monarchs. Riley Lynch gives up to Cruz Medina, the captain. Will McKay was questionable entering tonight, but he is, of course, in goal for Real Monarchs. Get to more on him as the night progresses. We want to talk about making progress and developing. Mark Lowry raving about his young goalkeeper earlier this week when we spoke. Omar Alba serving a red card suspension. He's also out tonight for Real Monarchs. And Leonel Giro not available for selection either. Towards the middle, deflects around, comes to Jacob Jackson, and he's there. Xavier Gozo put in a dangerous spot initially for Real Monarchs. Eric Holt, the captain for Monarchs, on loan for the first team. Long ball down the left side, trying to spring something into the area. Dangerous spot. Verhoeven goes down, courtesy of Jordan Peruza, and Peruza is whistled for the foul. Correction, that was Sean Bilter who took a spill. One more look as Bilter and Peruza were battling near the goal line, right in front of Jacob Jackson. Will Richmond. Caliscan thwarted that initially. Now Medina gives it up. Gozo on the move with a lot of space. Bilter meets him. Gozo leaves it for Peruzza. Cano watching him. Cano wins the battle. Cano. Nifty passing in a tight area, but Monarchs got it and then gave it up. And the Town gives it up. Monarchs trying to counter. There comes the Skandarian. Skandarian lost it to Medina. And now Cano controls for the Town. Monarchs have controlled the possession in the first 10+ minutes. Haven't been able to create any real opportunities, and that's just kind of how the Town plays. They are right on you as soon as you get the ball. They pressure the ball everywhere. They are aggressive, one of the more aggressive pressing teams in all of MLS Next Pro, and of course we know it works. Conceded the fewest goals in Next Pro. Monarchs have deposited just one goal in the 2 previous meetings against them. 1-1 in penalties, and then the other a 1-0 win for the Town, one of the 8 clean sheets they have this year. Will Richmond carries in. Richmond across, and that results in a goal kick. Mark Lowry said that Will McKay is a microcosm of the development that he wants to see on his squad. He made a lot of early season mistakes, games lost by 1 goal where those mistakes would prove costly. He was playing well but making those youthful mistakes. You fast forward a few months, those mistakes don't happen as often anymore. Owen Anderson, now Gozo. Flicked into the area. Caliscan just couldn't make contact with a touch. Jackson able to handle it. A nifty little play from Real Monarchs, trying to get something going against this defensive stalwart in the Town. Lynch and Silva battling for it. Won by Lynch. The Town have possession. Cano. Verhoeven tried one touch to Richmond, but he was off target, and Monarchs take over. Okay. Now it's Eric Holt. Long ball down the left side. Chasing after it, Silva. Long range and just wide from outside the area. From Keller Storley, a late addition to the starting 11. Just put it wide. Look at the room he had. Mendoza backed off a bit and just off target past the outstretched arm of Jacob Jackson. They say it got a deflection, so it will be a corner. Real Monarchs. They went short last time. Let's see how Derek Silva approaches this one. Here it comes. The low line drive, headed away nicely by the Town. Trying to go over the top again, but Town had that read well. All the way back for McKay. Cano slides it. Comes back for Jacob Jackson, the keeper. '18th minute, first half. Majority controlled by Real Monarchs, but this is the type of game that the Town likes to play. Defense first. They don't give up a lot. They don't score all that much. Again, they're without one of the guys that everything runs through in Aaron Edwards tonight, dealing with a hip injury. Left side, low cross deflected, shoved to the back by Gozo, and there's the foul. This portion of tonight's match is presented by Intermountain Health, the power of we. Town with 3 points tonight. They pull within a three-way tie of third place, excuse me, in the Western Conference. St. Louis and North Texas have already clinched 2 playoff spots in the Western Conference. There's a tug of the jersey by Owen Anderson. Monarchs sit 7 back of the cut line with 6 to go. The points are there, but They do need some help from around the league. Jumping a few teams to get to where they want to go. Big opportunity here tonight at home to get a result. Nearly turned over. Coming in on goal. Over the top it comes. Saving McKay. Rebound put home. And it's waved off. The flag was up for offside. Riley Lynch has a goal taken away. The first shot by LaRue, saved by McKay, couldn't make the second, but it was off. It happened on a dime just like that. A team like the Town. Corner kick coming here for the Town. Lalo Blancas will go over to take it. First of the night for the Town. Cross. Monarchs deal with it. LaRue! Oh my, a screamer that went high. Just barely. How's that for a cheeky attempt? Take one more look on the volley, essentially. One bounce, and the screamer whistles just high. That would have been something for Bo LaRue. Whistle here and a foul. By the way, Lynch and LaRue scored 2 goals for the Town last week, and tonight they have the 2 best chances, one taken away for offside, the other a screamer over the crossbar, and then you just get another look at the foul. Free kick coming to be taken by Haziel Orozco. Comes the free kick, headed away. That was Sean Bilter who got a piece of it, but it's a throw-in coming for Real Monarchs. Iskandarian tried to fit it through and does. Owen Anderson for Gozo. Gozo to the inside, now back out. Gozo! Stop made by Jackson, and then the follow-up goes well high. Jackson, who was waived by New England back in April, claimed by San Jose, now getting back with some minutes under his belt, the former first-round pick in 2022, with a huge stop to keep this game scoreless. Now the Town trying to counter. It's Richmond. Low cross. Comes all the way through and out for a throw-in for Monarchs. Eric Holt. Whoa. Hope that Wilson Eisner is okay. That did not look like it felt very good. Tumbling over the top. Gozo. Checking out the head and neck area. See him back on his feet though. One more look at what happened. Yeah. And probably does not feel great. Conversation going on with one of the benches. And the 27th minute, we're set for action again. Anderson, great play there to dispossess him by Bilter. Did a strong first half. Nice spin move by Orozco. Turned over though. Anderson for Gozo. Iskandarian gets to the outside. Low cross, tried to feed it in front to the cutting Perusa, but Derek Silva couldn't get it there. Foul given. 28th minute here in the first half. The Town really with only 2 quality chances. Now Monarchs has controlled the majority of this first half, although they've only been able to create 1 or 2 chances themselves. comes Monarchs with space and pace. Griffin Dillon puts on the brakes, cuts to the middle. Dillon. And fed it right to LaRue, who's able to get it away for the Town. Good build-up. There's nothing else there.
This portion of tonight's match is presented by America First, the official credit union of Real Salt Lake. America First has game-changing solutions for every financial need. So join the winning team today at americafirst.com.
Flag came up again for offside. Wilson Eisner picks up a yellow. Blanca's trying to get to it in a race, and then a nasty tackle from Eric Holt. And a yellow is given, it looks like, to Orozco. A couple of yellows in the last few moments. Good defensive work from Griffin Dillon, one of the more improved players that Mark Lowry singled out to me earlier this week in our conversation. This will be a goal kick. The Town, Blancas. Lays it out for Verhoeven. Lynch into the hands of Will McKay. Tug of the kit there from Jordan Perusa, and the foul, of course, is given. Eisner. Reset for Cano. To the outside, Verhoeven. Cano pops it into the middle, nobody home. And Gozo with a good touch to himself. Gozo closing it on goal. Gozo! Oh, just wide! And he yells to the heavens in frustration. Clear-cut chance from Monarchs, and if they do not win this one, he will be seeing that one in his nightmares. In fact, Jacob Jackson might have actually deflected that, and yes, that is what happened. So you can see on replay, Jackson actually made the stop, and so it's a corner for Real Monarchs. Monarchs go quick. Gozo. Out of the inside, Caliscan. Read well by the Town. Anderson. Long down the left for Richmond. Richmond. That one comes through. Blancas, he thought Lynch was waiting behind him. Instead, it was Real Monarchs and Noel Caliscan. Iskandarian now. Wants to turn up the Jets, but he's caught up two from behind and taken away fairly easily. Oh, Richmond closing speed. Dispossessed him and got it back for the Town. .37th minute here in the first half. Blancas. Oh, that pass intercepted. Derek Holt. Iskandarian for Anderson. Anderson finds Caliscan, who goes left and too far for Derek Silva. It's a throw in for the Town. Gozo, he's had the chances tonight. Puts it back into the middle, and a save again. Jackson, rebound, Caliscan! If at first you don't succeed, try again. Real Monarchs with a bevy of chances late in the half, and finally they cash in. It's Noel Caliscan, and Real Monarchs out to a 1-0 lead. One more look, Jackson the initial save, but Eisner late to get to Caliscan. It was Johnny on the spot. Town trying to answer. They've got numbers. Blancas. Oh, and then Eric Holt came over to save the day. Lynch went down. Looked like something was brewing there for the Town.
This portion of the match is brought to you by Zions Bank, official bank of Real Monarchs. You can hear Mark Lowry saying, don't get frustrated, keep going. Skandarian battling. Winding down in the first half. 1-0 on the 39th minute on the goal by Noel Caliscan. Caliscan, one of a few that has had a really good season. At the top of the team lead in assists. Gets the goal here tonight. He spent some time with the first team this year, earning those opportunities. That was Caliscan's first goal of the season. Came at a huge time and a huge spot for his team as they're still hanging on to a shot at the playoffs. Fourth minute in the first half. Anderson. Owen Anderson for Gozo. A strong half despite not being able to cash in on his chances. Anderson had that one just go out of his reach. Wait to see the indication of how much added time we'll have here in the first half. And the indication is 2 from the fourth official. Long ball in the direction of Cruz Medina, but it comes into the arms of Will McKay. The outside. Can Monarchs create one chance before the end of half? Comes out in front, deflects over goal. German midfielder Noel Caliscan, first season with Real Monarchs, has the goal for them tonight, the former member of the Portland organization. First goal of the season to go along with his team-leading 5 assists. Top of the 18 and a miss hit by Caliscan, and his hands go to his head immediately. That was set up well for him at the top of the 18. And there is your halftime whistle from Joe Sergen, our referee. 1-0 on the goal by Noel Caliscan in the 39th minute. Comeback and pull into a 3-way tie for third place in the Western Conference. We'll score at the half, 1-0 to Real Monarchs. We'll have highlights and first half stats coming up. And after the break, Michelle Montaigne sits down to chat with Chattanooga FC head coach Rod Underwood. That's next.
Dale pues, mamá ya, muerte más loco como solo tú lo sabes. Así es, con las manos en la cabeza, sacúdete, sacúdete, mira, sacúdete. Listen up, all eyes on me, I'll show you who you wanna be. New sound. It's the new sound. It's the new sound. Toda mi gente lo siente. 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 Toda mi gente caliente. Toda mi gente lo siente.
One 1-0 at the half here in Sandy, Utah. Real Monarchs with the lead over the Town. Before we meet Chattanooga head coach Rod Underwood, we want to tell you about the upcoming MLS Next Pro newsletter. Sign up for it today.
Action. Welcome into another edition of Coach's Corner. Today we are sitting down with Rod Underwood, the head coach of Chattanooga FC. Coach, thanks for making the time for us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
With this being your first year in MLS NEXT Pro, over halfway through the season, what has just been your overall impression of the league so far?
I think there's been a lot of impressions. So if we break it down in multiple facets, off the field, I think facilities for the most part have been really very good. How we're treated in the away games are really very good. At home, off the field is obviously fantastic for us. The crowd is unbelievable at home. The traveling crowd for us is fantastic. And then on the field, right, the competition's been really high. And we continue to get better and grow and learn and make sure we give ourselves the best chance to be competitive in every game.
You just touched on it, but being one of just two independent clubs, what has this supporters club meant to you guys your first year in MLS NEXT Pro?
Well, it means so much. Without them, it's very difficult for our club to even exist. So the supporters are fantastic. On the road, they give us great energy. At home, they give us great energy. And we just really feed off of it. And we really want to make sure that we repay them for all the support they've had beyond the years that I've even been here.
You've gone off to a pretty good start with that this season. What has allowed you guys to come in and find success early?
Yeah, I think it's just, a focus and a desire really to perform at the highest level that we can. One of the things that we talk about all the time is just being a little bit better, being 1% better every day and really working hard and really just focusing on us and trying to make sure that we do a really good job of accentuating each individual player's talents within the structure that we want to be successful in.
Now that we are getting into the latter stages of the regular season, knowing that the table is kind of making its way, what would you describe the mood and the day-to-day like between the players in the locker room?
Yeah, for us, it's two things, right? It's excitement, the opportunity to be playing, right? At the end of the day, a lot of us get to do a lot of different things than showing up every day to train and coach and enjoy the city and enjoy the fans. That's a great honor to even be able to do that. So there's joy, there's excitement, but there's also business like that. Hey, the table's tight. We know that every game matters. We know that every point matters. So we're, keeping that joy and excitement and focus and workman's-like mentality.
So with all that in mind, what does success look like for you this season?
Success is many things, right? Success is how do we do on the field? How do we do off the field? How do we do with our players coming in and being successful? And how do we do with the support of the fans and making the city grow and really just bringing new fans, bringing new supporters, and really going as far as we can in the league.
All right, last one for you. Coach, what has made you the most proud of this team so far this year?
I think there's two things. I think number one, the fans, the support, the city, the ability that we can come out every day, express ourselves, and express the way that we want to play football. But also, I would say, just the relentlessness of the individual players to come out and really perform every day in training and really look to be better in every game.
Awesome. Well, I can say from that very first game in Chattanooga to now, you guys have been so much fun to watch. Your supporters have meant so much to the league. Thank you so much for your time, and hopefully we'll be seeing you soon again in person.
All right, thank you for having me.
Toda mi gente lo siente, toda mi gente lo siente, toda mi gente lo siente, y toda mi gente lo siente, toda mi gente caliente, toda mi gente lo siente. Toda mi gente suena, en la favela suena, el techo se me llena, toda mi gente lo siente. cúbete. Vamos, dale pues, mamá ya, muévete. Más loco como solo tú lo sabes. Así es, con las manos en la cabeza. Cúbete, cúbete, sacúdete. Sacúdete, mira, sacúdete.
Action.
Welcome back to Sandy, Utah, America First Stadium. At the half, it's 1-0 Real Monarchs over the Town in the final push for the playoffs. The Town trying to improve their playoff positioning, while Real Monarchs trying to close the gap to the cut line. They entered tonight just 7 points back with 4 teams to jump. So here's the look at this past weekend and then what's ahead. NYCFC on Friday night, falling in the penalties to Atlanta. And they've got a big match against Toronto on Wednesday at 5 o'clock. And Carolina Core, Philadelphia, 6:30. Before we close out the night with Ventura County and North Texas at 10 p.m. A matchup with the top 2 teams, or 2 of the top teams, I should say, in the Western Conference. 3 more games on Friday. 2-game week for Carolina Core, Wednesday and Saturday. Monarchs in action again against Tacoma on the road Friday night.
Vamos, dale pues, mamá ya, muévete. Más loco como solo tú lo sabes. Así es, con las manos en la cabeza. Cúbete, sacúdete, mira, sacúdete.
Listen up, all eyes on me. I'll show you who you wanna be. Hey. Yeah, yeah, hey. Oh, wow, wow, wow. It's going down, down. You don't want to miss that. It's the new sound. It's the new sound. It's the new sound.
Toda mi gente lo siente, 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 toda mi gente caliente, toda mi gente lo siente. Toda mi gente suena, en la favela suena, el techo se me llena, toda mi gente lo siente.
Action.
Welcome back to Sandy, Utah. Home of Real Salt Lake. Tonight, home to Real Monarchs. They have a 1-0 lead at the half over the Town as they continue their fight for the playoffs. Let's take a look at our first half highlights. Monarchs controlled possession for the majority. An early opportunity for Noel Caliscan, just couldn't make contact on it. How about this from Keller Storley? Just whistling wide, resulted in a corner. Storley there on the clearance on the cross, and this was one of the more impressive attempts you'll find that doesn't result in a goal. That one from Bo LaRue.
Xavier Gozo had a couple of chances like that, point blank. Jacob Jackson, the save on the first one. Here was the second one. Essentially a 1v1 for Gozo on Jackson. And the last moment, that right hand from Jackson, Gozo couldn't believe it. Then it was Gozo again for the third time. Instead of taking the shot, he comes towards the middle. The initial stop made on the shot from Perusa, and then Caliscan, his first of the season, put the Monarchs up 1-0 in the 39th minute, and that's where we stand through 45 minutes heading into the second half. There you see the shots 7-2 total, 4-1 in favor of Real Monarchs, 4-1 on the corners as well. A bit more physical from Real Monarchs with the fouls, but it's a game they've controlled through 45 minutes. See if they can play a full 90 and pull within 4 points of that cut line. Underway in half number 2. Josh Appel with you. Thanks for spending part of your Sunday night with us. Couple of substitutions for the Town to relay to you. Joel Garcia comes in for Bo LaRue. And Ricardo Ibarra enters for Wilson Eisner. Only 2 subs at the half, both by the Town. And Dan DeGear. Town give it away. Caliscan. For Griffin Dillon, back for Caliscan. Now it's Silva. Caliscan. Iskandarian. Richmond in the corner with it. Verhoeven, his cross towards McKay, and he handles it. Anderson. Caliscan has space. Iskandarian trying to find Perusa, but it comes all the way on goal to Jacob Jackson. Town is one of the more stout defensive groups this year. Tonight on the road, it's Real Monarchs, who have been the better team, just flat out. They've played better tonight. They certainly deserve the 1-0 lead they're playing with at home. It's not in sync tonight, the Town. Dylan gets it started. It's Owen Anderson trying to find space in the middle and does. Beautiful pass. Here's Perusa. Perusa had to take it off his foot, but a long-range chance comes right on goal, and the save made by Jacob Jackson. Richmond trying to get there. It'll be McKay who watches it roll to him instead. Race for it down the far touchline. Player went down behind the play. That was Iskandarian. Now Anderson couldn't put it on frame. And looks like the yellow is coming out and will be given to Verhoeven. Silva for Caliscan, the goal scorer. Iskandarian for Anderson. Tried for the one touch and turned it over instead. Monarchs played last week down a man for about an hour. They're able to salvage a point tonight. They're playing with a lead. Playing very well against a team in the Town that, if they win tonight and come from behind fashion, they will move into a tie for third place in the Western Conference. Monarchs operating in their own end. Cruz Medina. Now Lalo Blancas for Medina, back for Blancas. Lalo Blancas tried to feed it through to the outside and was unable to. And he goes down, a foul given. Griffin Dillon committed it. Free kick coming from a good spot. Taken high by Lalo Blancas. It was him and Lynch who were standing over it. Sean Bilter. Now Verhoeven on the near side. Iskandarian pressuring him. Iskandarian right there with him. Over the top for Richmond. Working on Silva. Richmond, low, cross, nobody home. Blancas can't get there in time. And out of frustration, sends it off the short wall, and he gets a warning. Town right back on it. And it comes all the way to McKay, who just sits on it. Darren Iskandarian takes a seat. He is replaced by Omar Marquez. This match about to be an hour old. Noel Caliscan in the 39th minute. His goal is standing tall as the difference at the moment. Verhoeven pressured by Marquez, who just came on, and Marquez takes it away. Silva puts it into the area. Back post. Gozo couldn't put it on frame. It's a goal kick.
Town find the equalizer here on the road in the second half. Cruz Medina, the captain. Now Verhoeven. For Richmond. Cross, back post. We've seen that plenty of times tonight. Just not giving themselves much of a chance in the attacking third. Medina. Some miscommunication there with Riley Lynch. Some frustration starting to mount. For the Town, Verhoeven got a big hold on Marquez. Foul is given. Anderson. Griffin Dillon. Perusa. Lets it go through him. Battle at midfield. Let's see. The foul goes on Real Monarchs. Town just have not been able to put it together here tonight. That flag came up for offside. Verhoeven. Dixon. There you see the substitution. Spivey in for Lalo Blancas for the Town. And Donnery comes in for Richmond. Cruz Medina into the middle. Spivey was making the run. He's wearing that headband. '65th minute. Noel Caliscan, his first of the year in the 39th minute, has Monarchs on top 1-0. Spivey watched by Griffin Dillon. Town has been the team that has controlled the second half. Feels like this entire match has taken place on this end of the pitch. They just have not been able to find that final third, that offensive breakthrough to get the equalizer. Spivey. Garcia, now Mendoza. Medina comes to the near side. Verhoeven. Verhoeven. Top of the 18, it's Medina. Medina takes a deflection off of Silva and goes for a corner. Big corner kick coming for the Town as they search for the equalizer in the 68th minute. And quick conversation here. Joe Sergin, the referee, gives everybody in that little scrum a talking to before the ball gets put in play. Comes the corner. It's low towards the front post and cleared away. This portion of tonight's match is presented by Intermountain Health, the power of we. Splitting two defenders, Medina. The Monarchs are away with it. Peruzza. For Gozo. Gozo. Edge of the 18, now sent on. Save made on the shot from Omar Marquez. Timbers 2 and Tacoma in action right now. Timbers 2, one of the teams that Real Monarchs is chasing for that 8th spot. This result holds. Oh wow, must have just had a score change a moment ago. Regardless, as the standings sit right now, a win tonight, if this score holds, would pull the Monarchs within, Real Monarchs within 4 points of Houston and Portland, who now each, as of this very second, are tied for the final playoff spot with 33 points apiece. This is a huge match for Monarchs. Essentially have to keep this lead intact if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive. Time running out in the regular season. Spivey pressuring there on Eric Holt. So about to get some substitutions. Jordan Peruzza will exit. Joffrey will enter. Rezic as well for Owen Anderson. Sebastian Joffrey and Benjamin Redzic enter the match. Perusa and Anderson take a seat. Free kick coming from Monarchs, 72nd minute. Now for a throw in for the Town. Plays onside. That last little deflection thwarts an opportunity for Real Monarchs. Comes out for a throw right by the corner kick flag. Storley. Now Silva. Caliscan, the goal scorer in the 39th minute. Silva drags towards the middle. Gets it back. Silva. Oh, a little miscommunication there with Redzic. And it's a goal kick coming for Jacob Jackson in the 74th minute. This portion of tonight's match is presented by America First, the official credit union of Real Salt Lake. America First has game-changing solutions for every financial need. So join the winning team today at americafirst.com. Through Spivey, all the way to McKay. Caliscan calm in his own end. McKay gets it over to Medina. Silva slides it forward. This is Joffrey. Joffrey has options. Marquez on the left side, a little bit too far out of his reach. He has to go track it down by the goal line. Marquez. Now Silva for Redzic. Silva, Redzic. Riley Lynch there, takes it off his foot, but it goes out for a corner. Redzic. Silva. Caliscan, the goal scorer. Ibarra cuts it off and clears. 15 minutes plus added time to go. Can Real Monarchs hang on and pull within 4 points of the final playoff spot? They have lost twice to the Town club this year. A 1-0 defeat
and a 1-1 defeat in penalties. This would be a massive 3 points for them at home. Turnover here in the box, and they point to the spot, and a huge opportunity for Real Monarchs to go up 2-0. Bad turnover by the Town. Joffrey got taken down. A point to the spot and a chance for 2. Oh, just careless there from Sean Bilter. Essentially then tackling Sebastian Joffrey after he took it away. And it's Joffrey who will get the chance from the spot to give Real Monarchs a 2-0 lead here late. Jacob Jackson keep this at a 1-0 deficit for his side. Or will Sebastian Joffrey put this away, potentially, for Real Monarchs? This would be his 3rd goal of the year. Oh, and he's denied. The rebound, though, put home. Following his own shot, Sebastian Joffrey makes it 2-0 in the 78th minute. I think if you ask Mark Lowry, the theme of his night for his team, persistence. Both goals coming off a rebound. And his side has played exceptionally well tonight. They continue that consistent play from the month of August here to September. And they are about 10 or so minutes away from a massive 3 points in their push for the postseason. Town really up against it now. A quick one would have them right back in it, but they have barely threatened here tonight. Donnery lost it. Redzik. Gozo. Donnery took it away. Goes out for the Town throw-in. Donnery across in front. Lynch! Oh! It deflected off of McKay, but it got by. And there's the quick one that the Town needed. They're right back in it in the 80th minute. Lynch, for the 2nd consecutive week, puts one home. Beautiful cross. McKay got over, but couldn't keep it out. So now can Monarchs hang on? The Town get the much needed goal to cut the lead in half. What a turn here in the last 3 minutes. Joffrey, good ball for him. Cuts back towards the middle. Joffrey, who has the go-ahead goal at the moment. Gozo. He gets taken down, but the foul occurred first, committed by him. 81st minute. Down the stretch we come here in Sandy, Utah. We'll get another sub here. Town, Tomo Allen is going to enter the match. Mendoza will exit. So some fresh legs out there for Dan DeGear. All the way through. Lynch, who has the one goal for the Town. Spivey, a second half sub. Caliscan commits the foul. He earns the yellow. That was a pretty clear one. Long free kick, popped into the area. Cano is there, put out in front. The flag was up for offside. This portion of the match is brought to you by Zions Bank, official bank of Real Monarchs. Can Monarchs hang on? Be a massive 3 points for them. Out of the reach of Riley Lynch. Caliscan, he scored the first goal. Finds Redzik. Redzik finds space on the outside. Long chance. Big save by Jackson. Keeps it 2-1. That might have been the dagger. Throw in again for Real Monarchs. Silva to throw in. Redzik went down, courtesy of Sean Bilter. Right now, his mistake earlier in this second half is the difference. Silva. Off the free kick. Comes all the way through. And Marquez took a hard hit to the back of Ibarra, and it's a goal kick coming. Monarchs going to make one more sub here. Their fifth and final of the match. Grayson Carter will enter for Xavier Gozo. See if Real Monarchs can close this one out here in the final few minutes and earn this massive 3 points. Right now, 3-2, Tacoma over Timbers 2 in the 87th minute. And a lot of goal scoring in the second half. Advantage played here, Marquez. Carter chasing it down. Carter resets. So right now, if this score holds, Real Monarchs would be within 4 points as that one rolls wide. Into the 89th minute we go. Monarchs close to their 6th win at home this season. They led 2-0. Goals by Noel Caliscan in the 39th made it 1-0. Sebastian Joffrey on a PK in the 78th made it 2-0. In the 80th, Riley Lynch answered for the Town. Right now, we just await to see if Real Monarchs can hang on or if the Town can force penalties. All the way in on McKay, and he handles it. Time running out on the Town. Into the 90th minute. Things could get a little dicey for the Town. They are 6 points up on 8th place Houston. You never know, crazier things have happened. It's interesting, you know, the difference between being in a tie for 3rd, like Tacoma is about to be in if they hang on in their match against Portland, and the Town remaining in 6th place in that logjam. It's 1-goal games like this one. Again, Monarchs with a win can pull within 4 points of 8th place Houston. We'll see how much added time we get here. You can see the sense of urgency start to pick up a bit. And the keeper, Jacob Jackson, is going to get a yellow. Four minutes of added time, the indication from the 4th official. Can the Town find the equalizer, or can Real Monarchs hang on? They have played a fantastic match tonight. Griffin Dillon takes it along the touchline, chips into the corner. Verhoeven giving chase. Dillon trying to get there, but it comes out for a goal kick. And a collision and a foul will go against Real Monarchs and Keller Storley. Sent in, McKay reads it well and grabs it. Throw in for Monarchs. Town do it. They're running out of time. A massive win. I keep saying it, but it'd be a massive win. And a massive 3 points for Real Monarchs. Sebastian Joffrey's PK, the current difference. Verhoeven kept that in, but he sent it over goal. It'll be a goal kick. Sent all the way down. So we just await now the final whistle. Joe Sergin. Marquez. Medina shoves him from behind. Free kick coming for Real Monarchs. And there is the full-time whistle. Real Monarchs earn a huge 3 points in their playoff push. They are now within 4 of 8th place Houston. They defeat the Town 2-1 at home tonight. Time for tonight's Man of the Match, brought to you by Adidas. And it goes to the man with the game-winning goal. Came on as a second-half substitution, and he made the most of it. His 3rd goal of the season on this PK. Stopped initially, came back on the rebound, and put it past. And that turned out to be the difference in the 78th minute, made it 2-0. Monarchs able to hold on despite a late push from the Town. That'll do it for us here from Sandy, Utah at America First Stadium. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, I'm Josh Appel. Once again, our final score. Real Monarchs 2, the Town 1. Massive 3 points tonight for Real Monarchs. Don't forget you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLS Season Pass on Apple TV and MLSNextPro.com. Good night, everybody. We'll talk to you next time.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.